start the loop here. Okay, so that's kind of close to what I want to do. So I'm just gonna kind of make this in a different dun dun. Dun dun. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to try to quantize the rest of this and see if it doesn't screw it up. Boom. Boom, ba-dum. I'm going to make sure this really gets... Cool. Alright, so that'll be the first line. Let's get Alex's beat is sick. Thank you, man. It's getting there. We're just now getting started, man. We're not even 30 minutes in. But thank you. So also with this, I kind of am just doing a real kind of like lazy 808, kind of like trap style beat. So I'm probably gonna do the same thing. I'm probably gonna do the same thing with the kick drum. Cause that's kind of like trap classic. It really makes the 808 hit if you just put your kicks right at the beginning there. And I might throw some kicks that are like off from where the 808 melody is, just to kind of like pop through and say what's up. But for the most part, I'm gonna just run the kicks along with the 808 and side chain them to it, and just make that kick just bang. So let's see what we got so far here. Okay, cool. So now we can do actual drums for this. I think this is a melody is probably good enough. So I'm going to bring in, let's see. I'm going to use my own kick drum. I'm going to use the house kick here. All right, cool. So I could just go play this on the drum kit, but I already got the sample, so why would I do that? So this is just from, I have an acoustic drum kit in the other room. I mic'd up, took a bunch of samples. My buddy Christian, Slime Cinema, chopped them all up. They're free on my website if you want to go get them. Yeah, it's beefstewdio.com, STEWDIO. Free download if you want to throw me a few bucks in Cash App, but don't feel obligated to do so. Yeah, we got some kicks in there, kicks and all types of stuff. There's like 120 something samples in there, all one shot drum and percussion samples from my house, so all fresh stuff. Okay, we're gonna make this mono first of all, and also figure out why the fuck my thing is gacking out already. Probably should have restarted my computer before I started doing this. Alright, so I'm just going to line all these kick drums up with the grid for the 808. This is pretty simple business here. I'm just looking at where the notes are, copying, and just running them on down. Just click, click, click. And it doesn't really matter how long they are because they're going to get cut off anyway. Boom, boom. So this is like a bit of a tedious process. Basically, just duplicating the kick drum, lining it up with the 808 MIDI right here. This is just audio kick drum. So I'm just duplicating all these audio notes. Boom. And that's the whole bar. And then I know this doubles over, so I'm going to go ahead and just duplicate it. Boom. And that is done. Now I can go ahead and sidechain my kick drum to the 808, so it kind of ducks down. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that while I'm thinking about it. So I'm just looking for a compressor. I just used a stock compressor for all my side chaining stuff because it's really, really simple. So we're going to compress the 808 by side chaining it to the kick. Boom. Just like that. And then we're going to dial in the little threshold and stuff. So this is a pretty busy section, so I'll just loop this section. Turn the attack all the way down for this. This is pretty quick too. Cool. And now my kick drum is really not sounding that great. So I'm gonna go ahead and EQ it too while I'm thinking about it. We're gonna get it out of that. I'm just gonna use a Pro EQ. This is the stock PreSonus EQ. Normally I'll reach for the Fab filter, but this is where we're at. So, okay, see, we got a lot going on in this like 40, 50 hertz, and we want to get that out of there. That's not what I want. I already got the 808 for that, so I'm gonna do a high pass. I'm gonna do that high pass at 48. I'm gonna do a super hard one. So I want a lot of attack on my kick drum. So I'm bringing up this mid range. All right, let's see what it sounds like. Cool. Now they sound good together. So you can listen to it. They're phasing the crap out of each other with that EQ off, but then with it on, just fine. All right, so we got that now. I'm gonna pick out a little snare drum. I kind of want just like a really destroyed snare drum. So I'm gonna find something that's got a good amount of resonance to it, and then I'm just gonna saturate the shit out of it. I just want something that's like, it just sounds like you're ripping someone's head off, So I'm not gonna use my own kits. We're gonna use Christian. He has his own drum stuff that he made. Great at sound design. He just builds all of these things in Massive. He just starts from scratch and just builds drums like a crazy person. It's super impressive. So I know he's got some snares in here. So let's listen to heavy. These are probably gonna be a little too dubsteppy for what I'm looking for, but we'll see if we can't carve one up. Maybe. Okay, that might work. So you're like, what the hell is this? You're gonna use that? But yeah, I am. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna EQ the crap out of it first because it's got the resonance that I'm looking for. It's got the nastiness that I'm looking for. It's just got way too much high end and it sounds way too clean, and I don't want it to sound clean. I want it to sound dirty. So go back up here and get Pro Q, and we're going to drag that bad boy in here. And then I'm just going to loop this snare because I kind of got an idea what it sounds like. Normally I would do this within the context of the song, but I'm just going to like... See, there we go, ripping someone's head off. All right, so I'm gonna roll this out a couple times. We're just gonna put it on the 3 real quick, and then I'm gonna listen to what it sounds like with the kick and everything. So, okay, so I'm pretty okay with that. It's still got a little more top end than I want it to have, so I'm gonna roll. Oh my gosh, this is gonna have like nothing left by the time I get done with it. This might not be the snare drum to use. You know what, maybe I could send it down that hall. Let's send it down that hall reverb that I made earlier and see if that kind of sweetens it up for me a little bit. Cool. That's not bad. I'm not mad at that. So I'm going to bring my other window over here, and we're going to run this all the way out to down. Okay. So, cool. Now we got that. Now we need to just need some hats. Let's see what this sounds like coming in. I'm going to unsolo everything. I feel like there's a couple notes at the end of that bass line that did not get kick drums on them. And I'm right. There it is. Boom. I knew there was another note in there. Maybe 2 notes. Yeah, there should be 2 there. Dum. Cool. Oh. That was not where I wanted those. But there should also be... also be 2 here, I believe. Yep. Alright, cool. So now I'm going to delete the second half of these kick drums since I missed one because I wasn't paying close enough attention. It happens. Sometimes I just try to go really fast. Bow. Okay. Sweet. So this is our snare. And now I kind of want a nasty hat too. I want a nasty hat. I don't know, like, let me get this mixer window out of here so I can see if you guys are... Oh, you can barely hear me? Oh, my bad. Is that better? I don't talk into the microphone too well sometimes. Appreciate that. Got a shot. Yeah, so I'm going to continue. You know what? I can just turn my microphone up. Fuck it. All right. So I'm going to continue going on with here. I'm going to look for a little hat, a little something. See what we got, and I might do let's see. I might throw my hat into sample 1 and just oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I might throw my hat into sample 1 and just kind of like play with like the pitch of it as I go. So this is not normally how it works. Let's see. I'm going to play it through and we'll see what these hats sound like. It's kind of like the first one. hat in a new sample one. And you know, I don't normally do hats like this, or any drums like this, but I did it a few weeks ago. I did it with all my drums, but I just MIDI mapped them. So this should be the main one. So I'm just gonna go through here and click and MIDI map these. Let me get this window out of here so you guys can see what I'm doing. So we're gonna turn this window capture off real quick. Boom. All right, then you guys can actually see me working in here. Okay. So I kind of want it to go, did it. I kind of want it to be real staccato and like straightforward. So I don't want it to trill in like a high way. We're going to do 64th notes. No, 32nd notes. We're going to do a whole octave up. And maybe a quarter bar. See what that sounds like. And we're going to take a couple out of the middle maybe. See what that sounds like. No, we're going to take all those off the end. We're just going to try and make these hats sing a little bit. Cool. I kind of want this to be like real jerky. I don't know why. I don't really want to swag out the hats too much. I can just make them swing, but that's kind of boring. I do that all the time. So we're gonna make them jerk. We're gonna make this like a little glitchy maybe. All right. Back on 16ths. Bring it back down to the C. seconds. Okay, let's go 64ths. Okay, cool. So that's the first little part of the hats. I gotta make these sound good because right now they don't sound good. Also, the snare is weird and not coming through, so I'm about to put a clap in here. Okay. I'm going to put a clap in here too on top of the snare because it is not hitting at all for me right now. We're just going to duplicate that out now and then run it all the way out with the snares. Keep working on these hats. So a lot of this is just going to be programming hats because I want these hats to kind of change up and kind of jerk you around with the melody here, give it kind of something interesting. All right, and I'm trying to take hats off of the 1 and off of the 3, so we're not off of the one where there's kick drum at least. so that's the full loop. We're going to double that out again. Alright, so that's cool for hats right now. I'm going to go on maybe to some open hats or some weird percussion. Actually, I want to do some stuff with that. With the snare to make the snare kind of like, I don't know, a little more. Give us some backbeats on the snare. That's what we're going to do next. So. And I got to make this kick come through, actually. Otherwise, I need to pick another kick because this thing is just not doing it for me right now. My house kick acoustic drums is not like Boss beat drive. We'll see if that let's see how all this stuff sounds before we get too carried away. We're about 48 seconds into the song. All right, let's listen to it. So I know right there on this second one, the second time through, I want everything to cut out. So I'm going to just start cutting stuff out. Boom. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to squeeze this back. Okay. And I'm going to kill this. Boom. I'm going to kill all this. All these hats right here. Boom. Because we need some dropouts. We need some flow. Because right now it's just this weird little loop. And it sounds like everything's playing all at once, so we can cut stuff out, make stuff go a little kind of cool here, make it kind of cool, give it a little air, give it a little room to breathe. Now that our kind of frequency spectrum is kind of filled up, we're gonna give it some room to breathe. So So I think this has kind of got a little flow to it. Did a couple little cuts. Let's see. Okay, that's. Cut that. Cut. We're going to take out these notes. We're going to fade this out. And these two. You know what? We'll take out this 808 too. All right, then I'm going to bring back